I kind of thought about this the other day, and I kind of thought, what would happen if Tommy just didn't come back? So Jason David Frank wasn't brought back as the White Ranger onwards. So I kind of think that this is what would happen. All the events would play up. Everything has happened normally as we would see in the show. But when Tommy gives Jason the power coin, that's it. After the powers leave him and they do that farewell party and stuff like that, he leaves and he never comes back. Mainly due to the fact that he just hasn't got a reason to come back. He doesn't want the power, and he misses his friends, but that's it. He just doesn't want to come back to Angel Grove. So the Rangers beat Rita, but Lord Zed comes in a little bit quicker than normal. Jason uses his dragon powers a lot more, and he's become able to use it on and off at will. Everything becomes easier, but not that easy. They're able to take down the Z-Putties straight away, but the monsters are still as strong as they are and they need some help. Lord Zed decides that he doesn't want to take over the Zords. He wants to see that his monsters could easily beat the Rangers as they are. So the Rangers summon their Zords, they form the Megazord, and they call in the Dragon Zord, and they start fighting the monster. Now you think that they'd be able to actually go against the monster and defeat them, but no, the monster actually pretty much damages the Zords, causing the Rangers to fall back to the command center. This is when Zordon talks about the Thunder Zords. He then does the same thing as introduce the powers of the new Zords, and the upgrade is complete. After a while, they do need another member to the actual team, so they choose Richie. With the addition of Richie and also the dragon powers, they're able to defeat Lord Zed a little bit quicker, and everything kind of plays out. Some monsters don't come up, some monsters do, and thus therefore they're able to carry on what happens. Jason, Zach, and Trini are also chosen for the peace conference, and they head over there and they continue. But rather than not seeing them that much, they still keep in contact quite regularly. The Alien Rangers come back into the series, as well as Master Vile. He turns around and shrinks everything back down as everything plays out. Richie becomes the Red Zeo Ranger, and everyone still gets their powers and everything moves on as well. So I kind of really wanted to change it up a little bit. Ashley, TJ, Cassie, and Carlos all appear a lot earlier, near the end of Zeo. They get everything out of the way, and this is when the Rangers have decided that their powers need to be passed on. Everything happens just like in Turbo the movie, and at the end of the film, after the battle, the Rangers all talk about leaving. They know that they can't keep going because they need to carry on with their lives. So at the very beginning of Turbo, we've seen previously all the other Rangers like Carlos, TJ, Ashley, and Cassie. Rocky has his accident, and thus therefore Justin takes the leader as the Blue. So we now have a whole new Power Ranger team, but a lot earlier rather than a progression halfway through the series. We come now to Forever Red, and to be honest, that all plays out exactly the same. Nothing changes, but remember, it's actually Richie, not Tommy, who takes the lead. Now, this is one thing that I kind of really geeked out about, and I kind of really liked it when I was writing it. We're now at Dino Thunder, but rather than Tommy being a professor, he's nowhere to be seen. He doesn't get his PhD, he doesn't become a professor, he has just disappeared. But Haley is the Dino Black Ranger. She has started everything, and her cyber cafe, and underneath it is the whole we're going to put the same base as what we saw that under Tommy's house, but Haley is the one who found the Dino Gems, and she worked. Now, without Tommy, he didn't work on the project with Anton Mercer, thus therefore things kind of flowing a little bit better. How Mesgog came about was a little bit different. Mercer was still working in his office and his lab, and then suddenly one day thunder struck the building, causing a outburst and his chemicals and all that to go on him. It didn't scar him or do anything, but it mutated DNA on him because he was actually researching the DNA in the chemicals of dinosaurs, and thus therefore Mesgog was born. Again, everything plays out in Dino Thunder, but Haley is the one that brings the Rangers in, and thus therefore they make a team. And it's kind of cool thinking Haley would be the Black Dino Ranger. I kind of dig that. I really, really do. I think that would be kind of awesome. So we move on to the Legendary War. Why did Tommy come back for that one? Well, he saw the sort of destruction that was happening throughout the series, and something deep down made him want to go back. He kind of thought, no, I can have my powers back. I'm going to get the powers back properly. So he goes to Jason. Jason then turns around and gives him the coin and says, I've been holding on to this for you for such a long time. I now give it back to its rightful owner. With this, the power then transfers back. So you might be wondering, how did he get his powers back, and why would the Green Ranger powers be there since they were taken away by Rita? Well, we now go back to Operation Overdrive. And do you remember that episode in Once a Ranger where Alpha fixes the morphine grid? He actually finds something that links all the powers originally back to the people. And if they don't know, they don't know, but the power has been turned back on. And the Green Ranger power is full powered back to actual Tommy, and he can now use it at whim when he wants to. He then uses it to morph into the Green Ranger. We all know how the Legendary War is there. He walks up with the other Rangers to the actual, like, kind of to meet the Megaforce Rangers, and thus therefore the battle begins. Everything makes sense in the Ranger world. We have fixed the Tommy multiple problems in the Legendary War because everything is back to normal. And that's how I think what would happen if Tommy never came back to Angel Grove after he lost his powers in the first place. And yeah, I really liked writing this out, and I really hope you liked this video. So yeah, I just think that would be the really cool thing to do. So yeah. So Rangers, what do you think? Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? What would you change if you could? And remember, if you are going to change it, or if you're going to put your own thing, remember, Tommy doesn't come back whatsoever apart from the Legendary War. So yeah, if you want to kind of like put it down, I would love to read what you guys think. Yeah, just let me know. So if you've liked this video, like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the other videos on the channel. If you want to help support the channel on Patreon, then click the box of Patreon, or the link is in the description. And as always, Rangers, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a bit.